Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast.
This is a show dedicated to helping you become a better organist.
We're your hosts, Vidas
And Ausra Pinkevičienė.
We have over 25 years of experience of playing the organ.
And we've been teaching thousands of organists online from 89 countries since 2011.
So now let's jump in and get started with the podcast for today.
We hope you'll enjoy it.
Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 604 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Francois, and he writes, "Good day, Vidas and Ausra. I hope you are well and you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. My name is Francois. I live in London and I came across you on the Hauptwerk Facebook group as well as YouTube. Thank you so much for all the wonderful videos and music that you two post. It really is an inspiration. I also saw your article about your Hauptwerk setup at home, which was very helpful, and I'm now in the process of replicating your setup. I received my keyboard stand over the weekend, and today 2 of my 3 Impact Nectar GX61 keyboards were delivered. I'm only using the basic Hauptwerk subscription as I haven't played organ in about 20 years, and I need to get back in the saddle, so to speak. The pedal board will have to wait for now as it is a bit pricey. I would like to get a bit more info and help on your sound setup. I see you have PreSonus Eris E4.5 monitors in your list of equipment. Are they good for reproducing a good sound, especially in the 16 and 32 feet registers? How do you connect them to your Apple? Do you connect them using an audio interface? I'm running on Windows 10 on a Dell laptop, and any guidance and advice will be appreciated. Sorry for all the questions, but I really like your setup, and I know that if you are happy with it, then I will definitely be happy. Thanks again for your amazing videos and for sharing your talent with us. Much appreciated. Kind regards, Francois." So, what are some things that first come to mind, Ausra?
Well, thank you very much, Francois, for such a nice letter. We really love to hear it. Basically, I think this question is addressed to you, Vidas, because you are our, technician, sort of, to say. I'm just playing it.
Do you like playing it?
Well, yes, I like it a lot lately.
So we can talk a little bit about our setup in terms of audio, right? We have this post about our Hauptwerk setup so people can read it, but before we discuss audio, we need to clarify some things. This is probably a question that Francois posted a while ago when we didn't have the 4th manual, right?
Yes.
And at the time we were still using MacBook Pro laptop, and now we have Dell Tower setup, so running on Windows 10, just like probably Francois is in terms of operating system, right, Ausra?
Yes, true.
So the sound for Macs is definitely better than the sound for Windows. Therefore, if I used in the past my MacBook Pro, I didn't have to use any external sound cards. Their internal sound cards are beautiful and working very well, except our laptop has only 16 gigabytes of RAM, so that was enough for, let's say, medium-sized sample set, but not enough for large sample set, right, Ausra?
So yes, basically, if you want to play larger instruments, you need to have more space on your computer.
More memory.
Yes, more memory.
Memory meaning operating memory. Space, you can have external disk, like we have external drive, and we have all those sample sets loaded onto that external removable USB powered disk or drive, and then it's just plugged into the Dell computer all the time. We don't remove it. It has 4 terabytes of space, so it's pretty large. You can do that too for any of the larger sample sets that you require, but you still need to figure out the RAM requirements, right, Ausra?
Yes, because that's what gives you opportunity to practice on various instruments, not only one or two.
Larger instruments such as Rotterdam sample set that we have, or Billerbeck Dome sample set. I guess there are some ways to run those large sample sets on 16 gigabytes of RAM machines, but then you have to disable many stops that are taking up a lot of RAM, such as stops with tremulant. When they record each pipe, each stop, and the row of those pipes, those sound engineers, they record in several ways. So one of the ways is normal stop, and then another way is to draw the tremulant out and play the same pitch with tremulant. Imagine, it's very memory consuming.
Yes, it is. And remember, we had that problem with the sound delay.
Yes, that's because when we switched to Windows, to Dell computer, we didn't have the external card yet, and therefore we noticed the sound delay. Basically, we press the key and the sound would appear only after, let's say, a couple of short moments.
Yes, and it was really frustrating because you would never hear what you play at the right moment.
It reminded me sometimes as a bad pneumatical action instrument. When the sound really is late. It's called latency actually, and you can actually adjust this latency within the Hauptwerk setup. And but it wasn't enough with internal sound card that Dell computer has. So we ordered external sound card, and it works. It works now, more or less okay, right, Ausra?
Yes, I got used to it now. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Still, we had to adjust the latency a little bit, because you can do minimal instantaneous latency, right? But then there is a danger of sound glitches. Basically, if you play many stops together or many keys together, like 4 parts in one hand, 4 parts in another hand, or even if you play with organ duet, texture like we do with Ausra, then you use lots and lots of sounds at the same time, and then if you have minimum latency, within like 0 instant latency, then there are some sound glitches, like sound truncating sound, and this is not nice, right, Ausra?
Yes, it wasn't really nice when it happened.
Especially playing very loud.
That's true.
I thought maybe that's pre-Sonos loudspeakers thing, but it's not. It's this latency adjustment. So I adjusted, made it a little bit bigger. So now there is this minimum still delay. It's almost invisible, but now it can manage large amounts of sounds almost without any glitches.
Yes, now it works actually pretty well.
Yeah, we got used to it. It was frustrating at first, right, Ausra?
True.
The pedal board, yeah, I understand why some people first invest into keyboards and only later invest in keyboard in the pedal boards, because pedal board our pedal board costs what, about 1,500 euros. That's about more than 10 times as much as Nectar keyboard, Nectar GX61 keyboard.
But if I would have to pick up one part of our Hauptwerk, yes, always set up, my favorite part would be the pedal board. Actually, I really like it. It's really good.
Understandable. That's why it's pricey. It's Viscount, 30-note pedal board, and it's very convenient, elegant, and reminds of a real organ. It has springs and it has resistance like in a real organ, whereas Nectar keyboards are resistance free, no resemblance to any tracker action instruments. So that's why they are very cheap, quite reliable, right? They will last for a long time probably, and quite affordable for starters, right, Ausra?
Yes, true.
But down the road, probably, everyone's dream is to have tracker action keyboard, even on a Hauptwerk setup.
Yes. But actually, that first Nectar keyboard serves us for a few years already. Because remember, you bought it, in order to be able to compose using Sibelius program.
Yeah, and that's why I stuck to Nectar brand, because our first MIDI keyboard controller was Nectar. It worked pretty well for Sibelius purposes, and I didn't look for anything else. So it's very affordable and good for starters. Our students have been also acquiring Nectar keyboard as well for their practice. Hopefully they will set up some Hauptwerk capability with their computer and work and practice from home.
Yes, that's a nice thing about it.
Yes. Before we end, maybe we could actually talk a little bit about PreSonus monitors. Do you hear low sounds on those monitors?
Yes, but maybe not as well as I would do in like a real church and with a real organ.
So they're also quite affordable, as you see in the pricing in the example, and they reproduce all range of sounds pretty well. But if you want like 32 feet stops to be able to be heard, then PreSonus works too. Obviously, we hear those sub-bass sounds and 32-foot trumpets and posaune stops. Definitely, there is no silence when you play those low stops, but probably they would sound more realistic if you had something like something else more suitable for extra low sounds. But for our purposes, it works pretty well, right?
Yes, I think it works well.
So I guess this answers Francois' question, and please send us more of your questions, guys. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This podcast is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online.
It has hundreds of courses, coaching, and practice materials for every area of organ playing. Thousands of instructional videos and PDFs. You will not find more value anywhere else online.
Total Organist helps you to master any piece, perfect your technique, develop your sight reading skills, and improvise or compose your own music, and much, much more.
Sign up and begin your training today at organduo.lt and click on Total Organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
If you like our organ music, you can also support us on Patreon and get free CDs.
Find out more at patreon.com/secrets of organ playing.